We are here. We are here today, and I'm here with my friend here. He was just a PA for Gideon Moy, yeah? But unfortunately, Gideon Moy did not make to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, perhaps if I may ask you today, this country, they're talking about the first year of the presidency, and we are seeing this president of ours, that is His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. He has been there for the last 1 year. What is your idea? What do you say? What's your take?
Depending on how you look at the politics of this country,
yes,
you realize that William Ruto has came to power when our economy was actually dilapidated. And one thing was quickly, it was to fix that economy, because without fixing the economy, those promises that he promised during the campaign will not be started, because we need money to run these projects. Two, remember the issue of the debt. As a country, we were battling with a very huge debt that required some restructuring, and see how to the whole thing can be sorted out, so that the government can now collect more tax and see if it can be able to run its services and ensure that the economy grow. Remember, he promised many things to the hustlers, and he had to have a clear glimpse of what is going to happen. So I believe for the first 1 year, the president has achieved quite a lot, depending on how you look at what has happened in the country. Yes.
Now, and my second question was, you're saying, Your Excellency, that His Excellency the President has actually had a lot of promises.
Yes.
Pertains this particular country, and he promised a lot. Now there is issue of house levy that is he promised. What do you tell us?
When you talk about the housing levy, this is one thing the president actually promised some time back. About it was one of these campaign agenda to the people of Kenya, that immediately when he takes to power, he will see if we can have what we call housing, because many of our urban centers has got what we call slums. He was also looking into how can we create job opportunities among the young people, who are very many in this country, and they are very jobless. So I think basically the president had to swallow the pill and ensure he comes up with a structure of how do we collect revenue so that we can have these housings.
Okay.
So the housing levy, yes, it sounds good. Sounds, but again, it's painful to the hustlers who don't have money. Look at the salary of most of these Kenyans. They've been deprived of what they have in their pockets, so they are now empty. They don't have anything, because the housing levy had come at a time when the economy is very hard on them. So I think the president, it's something subject to debate from many Kenyans.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now there is a perception that many Kenyans are having at the moment.
Yes.
Like I'm having a relative that is working somewhere up country, and he's telling me that this house levy is trying to suffer, and the problem now is how is he going to get these particular houses? What do you tell us? The
policy by the president on housing does not only measure on the urban centers.
Okay.
It has been extended to counties.
Okay.
And the president said clearly, he is on public record saying that this thing will also go as far as to the constituencies.
Okay.
So that means at some point, things will be realigned, and you realize even those people who are in up country will still have these houses. But most importantly, the critical thing that the president wanted was creation of employment among the youth. Remember, every year we are releasing people from many of our universities, around 10,000 of them, without no job. So I think the president is juggling on creating jobs using those people who have salary.
Yes. Okay, so what is your last word to this Kenyan?
Still we have to tighten up. Things are not moving as we expected.
Okay.
But hopefully the president will look into many things, reduce the expenditure, reduce the travel, and ensure that public money is utilized for the correct purposes. Maybe again, you need to look into how to curb corruption, because many of the public money is going to the wrong hands. People normally steal the public money and they run away without being asked to return the money or even taken action by the law. So I think that's an area that the president needs to look into, so that we build a country where we have our resources and our resources are utilized very well.
Yes. Thank you, Mheshimiwa, and I'll invite you once again next time.